Two young guns making their debut here. Researching this match, I found that Logan has competed for around 2 to 3 years in the youth bracket, and
Quick
just
ankle
recently,
pick.
yeah, a little quick ankle pick by Sugar Free Sam. So yeah, Sam was able to get it done in his MMA debut by decision, all from the bottom with jiu-jitsu.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, you gotta have some good bottom game to win from the bottom.
Dude, he has
by
some
decision.
length. He was just, I mean, he
He's
was
a
in
long
a,
guy, yeah.
a good, wrestler stance and barely moved and was able to reach for that ankle.
Yeah, yeah, he's long. He's got the bagels build, as we call it.
Already looking to drive across the three-quarter mount.
Trains at one of the best gyms in the area.
Again, this is where I don't see a lot of people do this. You got to switch your crossface here to try to free them away from that leg. Now, the underhook, you can get some good extension, but it's normally not enough to twist the upper body to encourage them to let go. But then again, I mean, this is a great position. I imagine he's already looking for this head and arm.
He's
I
really
like that.
grinding him out, too.
I like that little grip he had he was using. Almost
Yeah.
a little wrist one-on-one, trying to
Yeah.
stretch that arm out.
And this is that way of, like, walking that he's doing, where he's not so much, like, spider climbing. He's kind of, like, doing a lever, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just recently learned that from BMAC at a mount seminar, and I taught it to Sam. And now Sam is a nightmare to deal with it, like, when he gets in mount.
The problem is trying to stretch on the side of the foot. So now the foot's free, so it'll be much easier to do that ratchet. Because every time you try to ratchet, they just pull your foot, so you don't get the extension you're looking for. But again, from here, I mean, he's already in mount. We're 2 minutes in.
Yeah. And he's been in a mount for a minute, you know.
Electing maybe for a smother, it looks like.
When was the last smother tap? You would know.
Have
you
we
would
seen
know.
one? I think we might have saw one. They're not as common yet. Like, we're seeing them a lot more at the high level. They haven't trickled down to competition as much recently, I feel like. Because they are technical.
They are. They are. I think that they're slept upon.
There's a specific way, and there's specific opportunities. Most of them involve getting their nose in your sternum and rolling it.
Yeah, very uncomfortable. Very, very uncomfortable.
So the one thing I would want to see him get away from is he's getting the arm to the shoulder and then trying to dive his head underneath.
I don't like that either, yeah.
You have to get the elbow above the shoulder and ideally bicep connected to ear before.
Ooh. He's looking for that stockade on the far side.
Stockade, very effective from mount.
Now
Again,
he's back on the chopping block now.
using the arm to get the arm up first before you use your head. But again, this is...
Gift wrap.
That could be tough to
he's
finish.
just gonna
Oh,
bend him
I was
off
about to
here.
say that could be tough to finish, but it looked like he's able to get his elbow across, which is normally the hardest part.
Yeah, that's always the problem with that mounted Americana, though, is that people put their weight too far forward.
Instead of sprawling off to the opposite side.
Yeah, you got to sprawl your far leg back a little bit.
That's the one thing Gracie Combatives got right, in my opinion. Well, multiple
another
things,
thing-
but the one that they always talk about is setting the grapevine opposite side of the Americana to prevent the bridge.
Now watch out for Sam's mounted triangle. He's got a good mounted
See,
triangle here.
now you dive your head under. See at that positioning?
Yeah,
Now
when
you can
it's-
put your head under there.
Yeah, when it's here, the arm is still so strong.
Exactly.
And also, you can get, like, a herniated disc in your neck from
Oh, yeah, for
forcing
trying to do
people's-
that? Yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's-
trying to, like, rhino.
I think Joe Rogan, that's how he ended up having neck surgery. And now, you see,
He needs to pull it down way too high.
way too high.
He needs to
he's
pull
gotta
the
be
elbow
back by
down towards the hip. Because all you're
that's
doing is you're
closer.
just turning them over from here. Like, the more you crank it, the more you just turn them on their side.
Speaking of which, Logan Sarotte able to reverse the position with 18 seconds to points. And they're
Not
going
a
to
bad position
reset
to
them.
be in for points.
No, certainly not. And sort of neutral as well. So a position which I feel like either young man can score from. And this is a chance for Logan to really make a statement. He's kind of been on the bottom, the big chillin' this whole match, kind of under constant pressure, though.
I wonder if Sam was able to kind of take down his gas tank a little bit while he was in mount.
Yeah, and me and Sam were talking about his fight, and in his first round, he locked up a triangle that seemed like it was in, and he squeezed and burned out. So I'm just hoping that he learned a lesson from that and did not squeeze on anything too deeply there in the mount.
Well, that seems to be a common theme so far. I mean, Sam's been great positionally.
Nice hip bump sweep. Fundamental BJJ
Great
on display from the G13 blue belt.
He's got this. Almost an amount of triangle.
No way. Just way too heavy there as he sits back. But Sarotte does get a hook in. He is going to establish guard, and he's smiling down there. Big smile on his face as he locks up that guard. 2 points on the board for sugar-free Sam.
But again, Sam very much positionally sound for the most part for a blue belt matchup, right? Again, it seemed more the finishing mechanics.
Yeah, that's a common. I mean, if you remember those U.S. grappling no time limit submission only matches, you would know that those blue belt matches. They,
white belt was even. Oh
white belt was worse, of course. Yes. But at least at white belt, you got the random sandbagging wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, and that's one thing I always encourage my guys prior to competition is the day leading up, you should just be working mechanics, finishing mechanics. Because when you're put into these positions deep round or even early, you want to be able to capitalize on those opportunities you get. Going for a little Sao Paulo pass. That's a G13 classic, I'm sure.
Yeah, and that's one thing I notice about the G13 competitors is that they have a stable of moves that all of them are very proficient at.
It is impressive when you see a gym that's able to actually instill common curriculum amongst students.
Yeah, like a style implementation.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I love a gym that's always encouraging their students to kind of push it and go for do their own thing and develop their own style. But, when a professor is known far and wide for certain techniques and then his students is also good, it only further cements their status as a master.
Well, specifically half guard. And Sao Paulo pass is really good at one specific thing.
True.
Getting you to half guard.
True. Very razor close match here with 2 minutes on the board here. Sarotte on his feet. And Sarotte, one thing is he's a wrestler.
Very smart pull from Sam, just electing to pull guard just to protect that too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I was just about to say Sarotte does have a background in wrestling. Outside of the fact that he has competed in jiu-jitsu for a little while, he does wrestle in the academic kind of school-based system.
I assume Sam's going to be looking for that ankle pick again. It'd be funny to see if he fakes left goes right or something like that.
He did get a little tricky with that one. I think now the cat's out of the bag, so to speak. Interesting. Logan's going to sit.
He doesn't like being disconnected, though. He very much wants to pull with grips, which, of course, is difficult, no gi. But
man, Sam just big brothers him down.
Good.
Oh, Sam just big
like that
brothers
energy.
him again. So I was talking about how he was big brothering him as he shoved him across the mat.
No, I mean that's not a bad strike, right? If somebody wants to be on bottom, you don't necessarily have to fully engage, and if they try to stand up, you literally just impose that top position. He's able to get to that leg, though. 30 seconds remaining.
Sam's got to clear that knee. Clear that.
I will say he's going straight ankles, so this is something where he can probably hold off.
Yeah, it's not quite Achilles either. It's not quite Achilles. There's a lot of.
Sam was able to pull the leg across, so he doesn't have the connection on the hip he would be looking for. He
Now
is
he's gonna
digging for
switch
the
to
heel now.
4 seconds left here. Logan in a last-ditch effort, almost
Not a bad effort at the end by Logan.
a valiant effort by Logan. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner representing G13 Sugar Free, Samuel